Cage Warriors is probably, well, is the best show I've fought on. It's great, you know, I'm really happy that Cage Warriors is coming to Scotland, you know, I think it do really, really well. You know, there's quite a lot of folk have been asking for it for some time now.
I'm incredibly competitive, and there's nothing more competitive than MMA. This is my first time at the Cage Warriors event, and so far I'm massively impressed. It's exactly as I thought it'd be, and I'm looking forward to coming back. I'm looking forward to putting on a show.
Won my last 2 fights and picked up 2 titles. So I'm just hoping to go on and win this one and, you know, make it a good end to the year.
I've run the back of 2 defeats, and I don't like defeats at all, so I must win this fight.
Well, I've had a lot more fights than he has, so hopefully more experienced.
I like to be aggressive at all times, force the pace, force my plan. I think I'm going to be physically stronger than him.
I'd pretty much say I'd like to, you know, just finish it any way possible, but if it goes to points, then it goes to points, as long as I've done enough to win it.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, 3 rounds, featherweights making its way to the cage first. From Wales, please welcome Nathan Beer.
So a very warm welcome to Nathan "Neggy" Beer from Wales and representing Newport MMA and G4 MMA fighters. He brings a record of 13 wins with 4 defeats. Now Nathan debuted in 2008 and is lost in his last outing, which was unofficially a British title bout. He wasn't in great condition for that fight, so he'll be hoping to feel a lot better physically this evening. Having said that, he missed the weight for the 2nd consecutive time yesterday and wasn't in an overly positive frame of mind. That said, he's taken some very big names in his career: David Lee, Jeff Lawson. He held the UCMMA belts, currently ranked at number 13. But which version of Mr. Beer are we going to get, Josh?
Yeah, I think that's a fair point, John. I mean, he hasn't been as active in 2012 as he has been in the rest of his career. And you know, he's coming off those back-to-back losses. So as you said, you know, motivation is going to play a factor in here. Which version are we going to see? Let's hope it's a better one, because he's got a very stern test in Graham after Bernard Turner.
Absolutely, and he's just on the LondonFightStore.com prep points, ready now to enter the cage. Here is Mr. Nathan Beer.
And his opponent tonight, fighting out of the red corner, making his cage entrance, Scotland's own Graham Turner.
And here is a man that we've seen before at Cage Warriors, Graham, after Bernard Turner. He is from Scotland and is representing the Dinky Ninja Fight Team and Lanark MMA. He comes with an impressive record of 20 wins with 7 defeats. He's been collecting belts since he debuted when he was just 18 years of age. Made a mistake at Cage Warriors Fight Night 3 and got subbed by Ladders Mackie, which halted his rise through the rankings and was labelled by Turner as his most costly fight of his career. But he's since gone away, picked up 2 belts, and he's back after collecting the on-top title and the lightweight title here at the Kelvin Hall for Vision FC.
Yeah, one of the things that sticks out the most about Graham Turner is just the sheer amount of experience he's got. 25 years of age, but already 27 professional contests under his belt. He has always put on pretty good performances here at Cage Warriors. Dominant decision over Jazz Bootis. Very tough split decision win over Grimshaw. But as you mentioned, that loss against Ladders Mackie, very uncharacteristic for him. The way that submission ended was very surprising to me, certainly. And I'm sure he's going to be looking to make amends here tonight. He does typically destroy his opponents with pure pace and work rate. And his ground and pound, particularly in that fight against Tanzania's Jazz Bootis, was some of the best we've seen here on Cage Warriors.
Younger and more experienced is Graham Turner. The difference tonight could be form.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds in the featherweight division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist standing 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing in officially 148 1/4 pounds. He brings 13 victories and 4 defeats into the cage. Fighting out of Cumberland, Wales, here is Nathan "Neggy" Beer. takes his opponent across the cage. Fighting out of the red corner, a kickboxer standing 5 feet 9 inches tall. He weighed in 145.5 pounds, and as a veteran, he has 27 fights, 20 victories, and 7 defeats. From Lanark, Scotland, here's Graham Afterburner Turner. Referee in charge, Neil Hall.
Neil Hall has the pleasure of officiating this one in the featherweight division, scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. We have Nathan Beer from Wales in the black shorts. The local man, Graham Turner, is in the blue with black. And just look at already the intensity of Graham Turner, just bobbing around in his corner. It's just so much energy.
Yeah, both guys clearly showing they're ready to unleash some great action here on us. Big pickup from Graham Turner, not able to control on the floor there, though.
He's still got the neck of Nathan Beer.
Yeah, he's looking to really crank. Beer's trying to drive his hips close.
Furious pace to this in the opening first round.
Yeah, just in that exchange of pummeling, Turner losing his base, finding himself on the map. Wow, these guys have started incredibly fast here.
I'm surprised to see that Turner went about his way, his business like that. He has 12 out of his 20 wins by TKO and knockouts.
Textbook technical stand-up from Graham Turner there as he made his way back to the feet. He's got a good overhook control here as he tries to land some knees, but a real strong underhooking. Wow, these guys are really jostling for position up against the cage.
Yes, Turner might not look physically very strong, but we saw his fight against Ashton Grimshaw. It's very deceiving. He manhandled Grimshaw at times. Just in such good condition.
Turner with the head control. Driving that forehead into the chin again, just losing his base slightly. This is going to be incredibly draining for both of these fighters.
One of the best unsigned featherweights in Europe. He's currently sitting 6th in the UK.
We know he's got the cardio to keep this kind of pace up.
Always a nice variety of strikes and wrestling takedowns from Turner. Currently 2-1 in Cage Warriors competition.
Yeah, Nathan Beer has been to a decision several times as well before. Not quite as many contests as Turner, but still 17 mixed martial arts bouts in the professional ranks.
Yeah, these guys know their way around the cage. They know what it takes. They know what has to be done.
Turner again with the head control as he looks to turn his opponent. Now, either one of these guys could really benefit from trying to throw those knees in as they change angle and pull their opponent onto each of the strikes. They've both got opportunities to do it here. But if this is the kind of fight it's going to be those sneaky strikes on the inside that the judges are going to have to be looking for to separate these two fighters.
I've never seen Graham Turner in a boring fight. His work rate's always impressed me, and he's going about it the same way this evening. Relatively quiet outside the cage, but certainly shows a different personality when that cage door closes.
Turner had that over-under grip secured for a moment. Looks as though he's going to try and crank down on the balance of Nathan Beer, but again we find ourselves with Turner pushing forward against the cage. Both men pummeling, jostling for position.
Yes, good use of the head by Turner. Just trying to open up for those knee strikes. Now he's getting a little tighter onto the hips. Linked his hands, good pick up and drop there from Turner.
Yeah, just managed to sneak his knee behind the thigh of Nathan Beer, so able to knock him slightly off balance as he drove the hips in and elevated. He's earned himself a good position here. All that hard work and determination paying off in the end.
Let's see what Turner's got from this position.
Heavy hips. You can see all that weight sprawled out on the hip of Nathan Beer as he Looks to work back to his feet. He's covering well.
You've got to defend yourself.
Turner's just relentless with these strikes. He can hear the words coming from Neil Hall. And that's it! That is it! Graham, after Burner Turner, forces a stoppage here in Glasgow on his very own turf.
Nathan Beers complaining that he wasn't taking damage. He had a defence in, but I couldn't count the sheer number of strikes that were coming his way.
Fast and furious from Graham Turner. And here is a takedown from earlier. The underhook allowed Beer to get back to his feet. Some of the knees that were thrown, good head position, an exchange of knees in fact. And here was that pick-up, the drop, and on the way back up, we saw that right hand at work, and that was enough for Neil Hall, who stepped in, called a halt to the bout. So a triumphant return for Graham Turner. Great performance. We'll catch the official decision from our MC, Joe Martinez.
Ladies and gentlemen, 4 minutes, 30 seconds, round number 1. Referee Neil Hall stops the contest. Your winner by TKO, Graham Afterburner Turner.
Congratulations to Graham. He's with Josh.
I'm here with our winner, Graham Turner. Graham, you're known for fast-paced fights, but even that one had to start off with a bang for you.
Yeah, totally, definitely, yeah. Quick pace, but I knew with struggling with the cut yesterday that if I kept the pace quick, you know, it wouldn't be able to keep up with me.
You were incredibly persistent for that takedown. Did you think you were going to get the opportunity to jump on the ground a bit more there?
Yeah, we'll be working on my wrestling a lot, so I thought this would be a good fight. Knowing that he's got good hands, it'd be a good, you know, opportunity to use the stuff we've been working on.
You had a couple of very solid wins here on Cage Warriors, and then of course that slight hiccup over in Beirut. How does it feel to be back with a win here in your hometown?
It feels amazing, you know. It's great to be fighting in Glasgow, but to fight in Cage Warriors, you know, there's just no better feeling.
Well, Graham, we look forward to having you back again. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Graham Afterburner Turner.
I'd just like to thank everybody that came to support me. Also my sponsors, they've helped me out through, you know, my career and that. It means a lot to me. Just, you know, enjoy the rest of the show. There's some ninjas still to come. I want you to, you know, applaud them as much as you did me.